Welcome back to 5 Minute Drum Lessons, where we get it done in 5 minutes or less. On today's agenda, I'm going to reveal some funk drumming secrets. Or actually, to some of you, they may not be secrets, but they are super useful. And if you know these ideas, you will not disagree. And if you don't know these ideas, then you're going to be happy you're here. Because this idea, it's a hi-hat pattern commonly referred to as the King Kong beat, which is like, I wish I came up with a pattern that was called the King Kong beat, because that's pretty freaking cool. Anyhow, I'm going to get right into it. There are a bunch of different variations on this and lots of different hi-hat or snare drum, bass drum patterns you can do with it. But I'm just looking at the basics. So the hi-hat and the snare and how to work it into your drumming. So the pattern just on the hi-hat sounds like this. And then you fill in the spaces. So you get this kind of broken hi-hat pattern, but you still get your backbeat on the 2 and the 4 and a couple little ghost notes in there, and it sounds really, really cool. So if we were to break it down in 16th notes, you're going 1 and 2 E end, and then you repeat the pattern. 3 and 4 E end. So the 1 and the 3 are on the beat, and then you have those two little 16th note things. 1 is on the and on the end of 1. So 1 and then the 2 right away, but we don't play it. And then we play the E and the and after it. So 2 E and then we continue. 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and. So that's the hi-hat pattern. And then the snare, any 16th that you're not playing in that pattern, you fill it in here. And then you play an accent on the 2 and the 4, which do happen to be snare notes. And that's the beauty of this pattern, is the 2 and the 4. You can preserve the 2 and the 4 while filling in all the notes on the snare. So you get 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. I'm just gonna try to figure it. Yeah. I'm not leaving anything out. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't leaving any of the 16ths out. So it's 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. And yeah, so then you get this cool pattern. 1 and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. You could bring the bass drum pattern in just on the 1 and 3. And you can, of course, make you can put it wherever you want. I would start with placing it with the hi-hat notes for sure, because, you know, we're usually more comfortable doing right hand, right foot combinations. And if you want to try it, hitting the bass drum with some of the snare notes, you can try that as well and see what you can come up with. There's lots of different ways to approach it. But the basic idea, I'll do it really slow because I haven't done that yet. And then you can switch up the bass drum as you like. So that's really the main idea. And if you stuck around this long, I'm going to give you one more gem. So this is a gem. Technically, it's an inverted paradiddle. So you're going 1 E N 2. Of course, all this stuff is about preserving the 2 and the 4 on the snare, so you can get this funky stuff going on while keeping your backbeat going. So you're having 1 E N 2, and I'm gonna play the hi-hat notes with the bass drum, or play the bass drum with the hi-hat notes. So now I have this cool pattern, right? And I could just, that's just an awesome pattern that I can basically not even get away from when I try. They can work into regular 8th note patterns. And this is the secret, and this is the golden tip, is to work that in with that King Kong rhythm. And you do those two ideas together, and it just gives you a golden beat. So all I'm doing is 1 E N 2, and then doing the E N from the King Kong, right? 1 E N 2 E N, and then I do exactly the King Kong for the 3 and the 4. 3 E N 4 E N. Just a bass drum on 3. 3 E N 4 E N. That's exactly what we were doing. Just the basic form of the King Kong with a bass drum on 1 and 3. And you put it together and you get. And faster. And of course you can embellish that more and add more stuff to it, but really that on its own sounds so great and it's so cool. And I'm giving you one of my gems here. That's one of my gems. It's one of my go-to things. And, you know, I hope you have fun with it and you try it out. I hope my explanation made sense. You can always switch it up, embellish it, and use it in the ways you want. But yeah, I really like those ideas, and I hope you do too. I hope you get a chance to practice them and you have fun with it. Yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for joining me. Any questions, let me know. See you on the next one.